Tips for spring cleaning your kitchen. The Bay Area Rent Tracker says that 2024 could be the year of the renter. We're going to look at some luxury homes today in Belvedere, California, and we'll do the 12 county report. Let's get moving. Here is a article I found. I thought it was really important because I live in a house with teenagers and they are gross, disgusting. And I constantly have to remind them to do the same thing over and over again, including stuff around the kitchen. That means cleaning out the dishwasher, making sure they take all the food off of their dishes before they put it in the dishwasher, and all sorts of stuff. But what you do when you clean your kitchen, once a year you should be doing it. And it's because you do use your kitchen, get grease and grime, a little bit of dust, and all sorts of stuff all around the cabinets. Real quick thing to go through. Start at the top part of the cabinets. If you have a shelf over your cabinets, make sure you dust that, get rid of all the dust bunnies. If you have ivy still, which that's not cool since the 90s, maybe think about getting rid of that or getting rid of all the dust. Take it outside and dust it, and then do a nice dusting. The cabinets, guys, I'll tell you, I don't know how many times I look at my cabinets, which are painted. They're not even the wood shelves, they're painted white and closest to my color, and they need to be washed down quite frequently because we cook and we fry and we bake and we do all sorts of stuff, and grease kind of just starts flying all over. So you get a quick, good for paint degreaser or soap and water. We always say soap and water is safest, but if that doesn't cut through, maybe find a degreaser of some sort. And if you have chips and dings and scratches like I do, maybe now's the time to consider sanding down the divots and filling them in and then painting over it. I know it won't look as great, but it won't be like a primer white chip behind it. Speaking of which, when you have your cabinets painted, make sure to tell the cabinet maker, whoever's painting it, to color the primer the same color as the paint you're painting, because if you do get a ding, it won't be a white chip behind a gray surface. Just saying, trust me. Wipe all the surfaces down, get into the cabinets and drawers. You get a lot of dust and dirt and crumbs that just happen to pass around. Now's a good time to clean up your cabinets and pull out your cutlery tray and clean that out too, because I can guarantee you have crumbs and dirt in there too. Counters and small appliances. Take a look at your toaster. I have a toaster oven, and a coffee maker. The coffee maker needs to be cleaned out once in a while. So grab some vinegar, throw it in there, and do a couple runs on that and clean out all the nasty stuff and the hard water, all the lime and scale. Make sure you do that and get rid of all the crumbs, because that is a fire hazard. Believe it or not, it's not as great as the dryer vent that needs to be cleaned out. You should clean that out once a year. This should be done at least once a year too. And big appliances. We lost something behind the oven a couple days ago, pulled it out, and as I rubbed my pants up against the side, there was a bunch of grease, so I cleaned it off. But it also got stuck on my jeans. So kind of gross, kind of nasty, but it's because you use your kitchen. So make sure you take a quick look and pull out your oven, clean back there as much as possible. There will be spiders and cobwebs, but there's also dirt and old rice and whatever that falls through the cracks. And then floors. Now is the time to take a quick look and do a wet mop, a damp mop, not really a wet mop, do a damp mop. We have wood floors, so we do damp mopping. And then look for any chips or what have you, and now's the time to go and look for it. All right, a couple things for you to look at when you do your spring cleaning for your kitchen. Area Tracker says 2024 could be the year of the renter, and quite possibly if you're thinking about moving to another place, now might be a good time, unless you're stuck at like $1,000 a month for a house. If you move, you're probably going to be spending $3,000 to $4,000 or $5,000 a month, depending on the house and where you live. So make sure you take a look, and anywhere you live in California, especially the Bay Area, it's going to be more expensive today than it was 5 years ago. Just things you have to consider. I was telling my daughter about politics and everything, and the whole idea behind it is it's going to get more and more expensive. With inflation, with so many people trying to move here and everything else, there's too much demand for the supply. The good news is prices probably won't go up for rentals this year, mostly because it's already expanded so much that there you go. Until we find a way to convert some of those commercial properties into apartments or condos, it's not going to happen. There you go. Bay Area Luxury Home of the Week. This one is in Belvedere Avenue, as a matter of fact. This is 6 bedrooms, 7 full baths, 3 half bath, 11,200 square feet on a half an acre lot, and amazing views of the bay. I'm going to open this up so you can actually take a look at it. Just gorgeous. Look at that view. So if you're thinking about buying a house in Belvedere, let me know. Really happy to help you out with this one. obviously. Just the views are worth it. Very well maintained, impeccably decorated, gorgeous house. Gorgeous everything about this house. So there you go. And all for the low, low price of $23.5 million. Okay, let's take a quick look at the 12 county Bay Area report. Now that Belvedere, I believe, is in Marin County, and Marin is one of the top 3 places that we're looking at. Well, actually, it's not the top 3. Because it's a smaller county, it just tends to not have as many sales, but the average price still maintains pretty highly up there. San Mateo is averaging $22.4 million, where Santa Clara County is averaging 2.6. Let me see if I can open that up for you. Now, I know this isn't super exciting to look at. They're pretty boring numbers, but I can right away tell you that if you're in Alameda County, San Francisco County, or Santa Clara County, and you're thinking about selling, it's a great time to sell because you're getting about 5 to almost 6% over list price on average. And I tend to, when the market's crazy, I tend to get 10 to 15%, if not more, on my listings because of my negotiation strategies. So I help bump that average up a little bit. Doesn't mean you can't get a good deal. You just have to find the right property that's been on market for a little bit and the right seller that's motivated to sell. Pricing still is pretty important. So the reason why I'm doing it this way is because what I'm planning on doing is after a few months, I'm going to go back first of the year, after a few months, be able to have charts for you so you can see it more in a graphic view instead of a chart view, because this is boring, and having visuals is a lot nicer for everybody involved. But since I lost my last spreadsheet, it's going to be a little bit of time before I get back into it. Now, San Benito, I have a listing coming up in San Benito, and it's a beautiful house, one owner property, and this is going to be an amazing listing for you to take a look at. It's going to be about $1 million, and the reason why San Benito isn't that high in numbers is because of getting to Hollister. It's a little more difficult, and a huge portion of San Benito County is still agriculture. So the mindset there is go slow. We're not really trying to develop. However, developers are in there pushing houses way more than the infrastructure can handle. I just heard that they finally are going to start putting together the intersection to get from 101 to 25. So that's going to help with traffic. Now they just need to widen the roads to larger capacities so that it can handle the traffic, because everyone knows going from Hollister to 101 is horrible. And that's one of the reasons why you see that price down so low. Same thing with Solano. If you're looking for affordable living in the Bay Area, Solano is the place to live. Now, if you look, I didn't do it this week. Solano's up here over the Delta, and it's very, very affordable place to live. You have older houses, you have new developments, you have a lot of different options out there, and you have the Jelly Belly factory. So, you always get that. All right, today we talked about spring cleaning tips for your kitchen. 2024 is the year of the renter, luxury home that is just amazingly gorgeous, and the 12 county Bay Area report. I'm Vito with Abitano. Hope this helps. We'll see you out there.